there. Well, today we have a big book for you, and this one is The Christmas Bear, Henrietta Sticklin, and illustrated by Paul Sticklin. And the pages are absolutely beautiful. Here we go. Cub lived at the top of the world with his mother and father. On Christmas Eve, he left his den and went exploring. He followed his nose over the hill and across the snow. It led him to a big, bright hole. Who lives down there? Cub wondered. Cub followed his nose farther and farther until all of a sudden, see him there? He fell in. Down, down, down he fell. And you can see him tumbling in the sky and tumbling down right near Santa Claus, it looks like. Bump! Cub landed at the bottom. When he peeked through his paws, he saw that he had landed in a cozy study right next to Santa Claus. "How kind of you to drop in," said Santa. In spite of his surprise, "You must be answering my ad for a helper." "Good. Let me show you what we do here." Cub was very excited. "This is the mailroom," said Santa. "We receive mail from children all over the world. Do you speak any languages? We must always make sure that the right present gets to each child." Cub shook his head sadly. He knew how to speak only one language. And he barely spoke that. Next we have the workshops where all the toys are made to order. Dolls, trains, puzzles, games, spaceships, every kind of toy in the world. "I've designed some of them myself," Santa said. Cub especially liked the dinosaurs. The purple ones seemed almost as if they were alive. Now that is a big toy shop, isn't it? Looks similar to one I've seen. Then Santa took Cub into the gigantic room full of noisy machinery. "This is the North Pole itself," he shouted over the den. "Here we make our own electricity. You can see it's actually quite simple." Cub nodded, but he wasn't sure he really understood. You can see him there. "This might be the perfect job for you," Santa said in the next room. "This is the testing room. Would you like to test some toys for me?" You can see the elves testing the different animals and toys and little sets and cars and bikes and everything. Even planes. Cub was happy to test toy after toy. They were all in tip-top shape, but he liked the bears best. "Ready to see some more?" asked Santa. You see the teddy bears right over here? Their next stop was the living quarters. Some elves were relaxing after a hard day's work. One elf had the flu and was taking a nap in his bunk bed. And you can see him right there. "Time for a snack," Santa suggested as they went through the kitchen. "I bet you'd like some fish and ice cream." "Yes, please," Cub said. "Thank you, Santa." And here they're all at the table, elves and animals, all kinds of yummy things there. "Back to work again," said Santa, taking Cub to the storeroom. Elves were busy with the last-minute tasks, crossing items off the list and addressing packages. Cub tried to get a closer look. Was one of these presents for him? Back in the toy room. The shelves are almost full. Downstairs in the wrapping room, huge bolts of shiny paper hung from the ceiling. Toys of all shapes and sizes passed through the wrapping machines while the elves watched carefully. Cub saw that the big sacks stuffed with presents were being lowered into the stables. "We can go down too," Santa said. They're being lowered down right here. "Well, little Cub, do you like our new kittens?" Cub nodded. "I like the mice too." "I think it's almost time to go," Santa continued. "The reindeer are ready, but before we leave, I have to tell you a secret. I know that you did not really come to be my helper. But don't worry, I just think your parents might want you to home for Christmas. I can take you in my sleigh if you like." "Oh yes," said Cub. "And before I forget," Santa added, taking a present from the pile, "here is a special one just for you. And now, first stop, the top of the world." See that all getting ready to go? And up in the sky they go. In a blink of an eye, Cub was home. "Thank you for your help, Cub," said Santa. "Remember, you'll always be my Christmas bear. Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas, Santa," said Cub's mother. "And now, little Cub, it's time for bed." You can see it there. So Cub curled up next to the best Christmas present of all. Presents of all, meaning his parents. And that's the end of that story. Well, I hope you liked it as much as we do up here. We'll see you later. Bye-bye and Merry Christmas.